my group are going to be talking about a very important topic. So to further introduce this topic, can I please have a little bit of crowd participation? Yes. So can I have all my Flint residents please raise their hands? All right. Anyone want to volunteer to stand up for me, please? All right. And can I have all my non-Flint residents please raise their hands? All right. Can you please stand for me? Anybody? Okay. So all of my Flint residents, what if I were to tell you that you pay 3 times more than what our non-Flint residents pay because of something simple? Would you tell me if that's fair or not? No. Okay, so that's why me and my group today, we decided to talk about high water bills in Flint. My name is Nicole Pearson, and I decided specifically to focus on this topic because I'm a Flint resident, and this has affected me personally. I've had to cut my summertime fun, can't have water balloon fights, water gun fights because of the high water bills.
Hi, my name is Mike McGovern. Although I'm not a Flint resident, I know many people who are involved in this crisis, and being involved in this class has taught me so much.
Hi, my name is Sierra Roberts, and the reason I'm interested in this topic is because I wanted to make a change in my community. I feel like everybody should be treated as equal, and it's not fair to me that Flint citizens have to pay more for contaminated water than citizens in any other state.
Hi, my name is Nasia Spencer, and the reason why I'm interested in this topic is because I feel that it's something that empowers us, and if we could change one thing, we could change many more.
Hello, my name is Robert Ashford, and I am interested in this topic because I wanted to have justice for my city, and also I wanted to give the city and the people what they need and what they desire.
The issue is that the water bills that Flint residents pay is 3 times as much as non-Flint residents. In the state of Michigan, they have thought about shutting down residents' houses because if they don't pay the bills, then their house might get foreclosed. There's a debate on Flint residents paying for contaminated water.
Our solution to this problem was we contacted different organizations such as the United Way, the Flint Customer Service Line, and the Holy Redeemer Church to get help for the Flint citizens that are struggling to pay their water bills. We also passed out flyers at the farmers market to help get the word out there. The flyers had contact information from each organization and information to our chamber.
The problems we encountered were the organizations that we contacted, they did not contact us back, even though they said they would. The nurses that we came across by giving out the flyers, they said they didn't want to lose their job by helping us. And many people just walked past us saying they didn't have time for that. And a particular person that we came in contact was a person that was arguing with us over his dad being a mayor or dad being a founder or something. And we already knew it wasn't true, and he got mad by us giving information out. And we feel that we're not going to stop at any cost because we should have our human rights.
In summary, why many left was because they didn't want to lose their jobs. They were trying to get involved. They wasn't trying to get involved with the Flint crisis and their solutions. It may not look as if we were coming just yet, but we will not give up on our rights, and we will continue to fight for our given rights. Those who stand by and watch will soon see our light and shine better than before. We just need to go public and to come together and fight alongside. We need your support.
My name is Jamila Weatherly, and me and my group are students from Genesee Early College. We decided to do something a little bit different because, as you can see on today, you see presentations and you also see the documentary. But we wanted to express ourselves in a different way through spoken word. And we ask that you use whatever you get from what we're saying, and you take it back to your community or wherever you live, or even if you live in Flint, you try to make your community a better place.
Otherwise, please go back there. Thank you. You have reached the customer service center in the city of Flint. Our office hours are 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday, Tuesday, and Friday, and 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Wednesday and Thursday. Please remain on the line. Your call will be answered in the order in which it was received. Thank you.
Thank you for calling the City of Flint.
Hi, my name is
Anika Pearson.
Micah McGovern, Jimmy Weatherly.
I am a student at Genesee Early College. Hello, my name is Anika Pearson.
Micah McGovern.
Jimmy Weatherly.
I am a student at Genesee Early College.
Hi.
The number you have reached has been disconnected or is no longer in service.
We are residents of Flint.
I have hope for this city and its ways. I have hope that one day I can see a change. I have hope because that's all that my mind can seem to grasp.
3 years of deception and lies, there's no need for us to try.
But when we do try, our truth is defined by lies, but we do everything just to get by.
I try and try every single day because that hope still runs through my veins, that hope that one day this cruel city can change.
Poison ran through our veins every day. Everybody was convinced that we were going to die. It was like carbon monoxide in our faucets, slowly killing us with each sip.
Sip after sip, gallon by gallon, the truth slowly came to the light.
I'm on a mission to show these cities something different what I've been shown. To all our elected city officials, just do it.
What I've been shown, missed calls, lies about my city, rations on small children, and a bill that is too high for us to pay. And everybody's in this city struggling to survive, so we ask you honestly,
Why? Why are we the ones going through this? Why was there not a plan set in place to keep our children and our people safe? Why do our lives depend on how much you're willing to pay or the fact that we have a high poverty rate?
why?
Why have I not received one call back? You said we'll be in touch again by Monday.
No answer, that's fine. I've seen this since June 2014, it's nothing new.
No attention, just deception, lies after lies. The truth is what we as the people must find.
While our lives pass us by, you live the good life. You went on vacation when we struggled to pay our water bills, but like Bob Marley said, everything is gonna be all right.
Right? Faith in what? The conscious decision to poison your residents with the water that they drink? But I mean, we played this game long enough. Money drives everything, it's just a disconnected call.
Calls being something that I did not receive. Attention being something that your citizens need. So yeah, maybe that's why your voicemail is such a comfortable tune to me now. Or maybe you just didn't think I needed that release.
Release, you want us to release our money. Our money that funds so many different things, but I still have hope that our money is going towards something good. Something good that we can see.
Our money was used to hold for your taxes and campaign funds, but your power grew while we slowly fell.
Your definition of power is to own us by our pockets, wallets, and also by our lives because, you see, without water, our lives quickly pass us by.
While our lives pass us by, you lived a good life. You went on vacation while I struggled to pay my water bills, but like Bob Marley said, everything's gonna be all right.
Right? Your publicity rose. Presidential promise grew while our faces were on the news. CNN, PBS, NBC, shall I continue to go on? The sad child of a rash on his face showed the sad horror of Flint as a disgrace.
Flint water, that's what you think when you think about a disgrace. The race for power benefiting on the crisis of your people, a crisis that could have been prevented. But I mean, the water labs of your plant are vintage. So yeah, I realize that I am one of those Flint water crisis kids, one who possibly got a ration in a different place every time I took a bath. But you see, the Flint water crisis is a lullaby to me now because it gave me the dream to become one thing, a leader.
Vintage works for our cars and for what was, but not for our city, not for our people, not for our water. This is a disgrace to the human race.
The human race that comprises our future generations, our future doctors, lawyers, and basketball players, but I still have hope that our future's in good hands.
Are you in good hands? I mean, there was a future for these kids, but why would you care? Your decision changed all of that. The poison that is currently running through their veins is stopping them from the goals that they could have reached.
Change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. It's spoken by a true leader by the name of Barack Obama. But you see, he goes on to say that change will come if we, oh my God. We don't have to wait on change because we are the change that we've been waiting for. We are the change that we see.
I am still a proud Flint resident. The water that runs through my veins does not define me.
This year for Change Day, the issue that we decided to face was factory contamination in Flint, because over 30,000 homes in Flint are still open for lead contamination, including us, you, anybody that even visits Flint. In Flint alone, there are many examples where factories have contaminated the atmosphere, surrounding lands, and groundwater. Many of these contaminations were, and still are, avoidable. However, due to cutting corners, many factories have disregarded the chemicals and they let leach into the soil and groundwater.
Many of these chemicals, like chloroform, benzene, formaldehyde, and carbon tetrachloride, are carcinogens or possible carcinogens, and are used in many different industries, from the pharmaceutical business to the creation of different plastics and car parts, all the way to the manufacturing and maintenance of household appliances.
Our group visited a few places that needed immediate remediating, specific places such as old automobile factories like GM and Fisher body plants. We closely looked at these areas and the places around them, such as rivers, streams, and the general environment. We then collected enough clips and footage and made a small video out of it. After making this video, we sent a letter to Mayor Weaver asking her to use her influence and authority to try and convince the EPA to increase their regulations on waste produced from factories. The EPA has not updated their regulations since 1990. That's 27 years, and a lot can happen to the environment in 27 years.
We chose Earth Justice as the charity. Earth Justice focuses on environmental injustice issues around the world, such as the water crisis or animals endangered. It's a 501c nonprofit charity that we really trust, and we want to put all of our money towards to help efforts in Flint.
The impact the remediations are going to be more than superficial, but them alone making Flint look better would go a long way. But the remediations are going to get rid of chemicals that are in the soil and then possibly in groundwater, and also prevent that from happening in the future, and giving more land that we can use to build new houses or possibly businesses and get Flint back again to closer to its old glory.
I'm Grace Young,
And I'm Brianna Ritchie.
and with show of hands, who's ever been to the Great Lakes? It's great, right? Now, with show of hands, who's ever heard about Line 5? Before the class. Exactly. So Line 5 is just an oil pipeline that goes through the Straits of Mackinac, and it's in a very ecologically sensitive area. And me, Brianna, and I wanted to do Line 5 because it would challenge us, first of all, and then it would also, we want to help save the Great Lakes before an oil gets in.
Besides the huge issue of there being an oil pipeline in the Great Lakes at all, this line was only supposed to be here for 50 years. It's been 64 years now, and the company that owns it has no plans for a replacement.
So as I said before, the location of Line 5 is in a very delicate place. So Line 5 is one of the most ecologically sensitive areas in the world. So the history of Line 5 was, Line 5 was built in 1953, and it's owned by a Canadian company called Enbridge, and Line 5 carries 540,000 barrels, or 22.7 million gallons of oil per day, and that is about 35 Olympic-sized swimming pools for reference. So that's a lot of oil going through that pipeline. And it does go through a few places. So it starts in Wisconsin, so Superior, Wisconsin, the pipe starts, and then it goes through the Straits of Mackinac up until it goes into Canada and Ontario and ends there. And Line 5 has already had a few spills going on, so let's just hope the next one isn't in the Straits of Mackinac.
Enbridge is the company who owns this pipeline, and they've been known for their past oil spills. And this is the same company that's responsible for the Kalamazoo River oil spill that happened in 2010 that released over 1 million gallons of oil into the river, making it the largest land-based oil spill.
So who is it going to be affecting?
This is affecting the Great Lakes because with the Great Lakes current constantly moving every which way, oil will move around very quickly, making it really hard to clean up. And also, the potential spill zone is over 17,000 square miles. And if an oil spill does happen, it'd be affecting 20% of the world's fresh surface water, as well as affecting 35 million people's water supply and over 3,500 different species of plants and animals.
So it will be affecting the economy, and it will also be affecting jobs. So 46 million jobs on the Canadian and the U.S. side are from the Great Lakes. So, and that's about 30% of the U.S. and Canadian workforce. As well as Michigan gets a lot of its money from the tourism of the Great Lakes because it's such a huge attraction, as we saw most of you have been there. So Michigan's economy would actually plummet or not do very well, and it's put people into poverty in the upper peninsula because a lot of the jobs would be gone because not many people would be visiting because there's an oil crisis in the lake. So it will be affecting Flint as well. So the KWA pipeline gets water from Lake Huron and bring it to Flint. So Flint is not officially using it, but it's one of the possibilities for them to be using it as one of their permanent water sources. So if an oil spill were to happen, we'd be getting contaminated water again, and we couldn't really switch to Detroit because Detroit gets their water from Lake Huron. So a lot of the places in Flint and Michigan get their water from Lake Michigan and Lake Huron because it does surround Michigan. So it wouldn't be well because a lot of people in Michigan would have contaminated water. So what do we do about that? What we did about that?
We made brochures because they're eye-catching and they can quickly and effectively tell people the problem of Line 5. Also, the brochure gives a link to the online petition showing people where to go if they want this line out, and the brochures are located outside at our table in the lobby.
So we had to get the word out somehow. So after we did the brochures, we called the farmer's market and we got a table. So for about 3 hours, we had a petition drive going on, and we had lots of people come up to us. We talked to them. We tried to get the word out there, and a lot of people, there was not many people who actually knew about Line 5. And then after that, they're like, oh, I want to look into this. So there are a lot of positive things going on. People are like, I didn't know about this. I'm happy I heard. And we got 88 signatures in just a few hours, and our goal was 50, so that was really good. And we still have a petition drive going on out there, so after, if you'd like to sign our petition, you can. And our petition is basically going to be sent to people so that they know that we don't really like the Line 5, and they'll be to shut it down, but we can't, there's no actual vote going on. But if they know enough people want the line out, there could be a vote in place, and then from there, we can try to persuade them on people on we don't need to vote for it. We want it taken out because so many people, because it'll ruin our economy. As well as we did put up flyers all around the 3rd floor. If you were out there, you saw them. And we sent a few letters to the DNR, the Department of Natural Resources, because they do deal with the Great Lakes. So we thought they should know our opinion, as well as we sent one to Enbridge, the people who own the pipe, because we want them to know also that we don't like what's going on.
So in conclusion, Line 5 can one day start a huge problem, and only we can work together to make this change. If you want to sign the petition to shut down this line, you can go to the link that's on one of the brochures. Or after all the presentations, Grace and I will be outside in the lobby if you'd rather sign the petition on paper.
Thank you.
Good evening. We are a group that is focused in on the human right to water. I am Emily Coon. I'm Alicia Skiddo.
And I'm Jacob Rock.
We decided to take action on the issue of lack of sanitation and access to water. Seeing the impact that something as simple as access to clean water can have in a community,
made us more socially aware of the fact that not many places even consider water a human right. Nestle's chairman and former CEO, Peter Braubeck, suggests that declaring water a right is extreme and asserts that water is a foodstuff best valued by the free market.
Und da gibt es zwei verschiedene Anschauungen. Die eine Anschauung, extrem würde ich sagen, wird von einigen von den NGOs vertreten, die darauf pochen, dass Wasser zu einem öffentlichen Recht erklärt wird. Das heißt, als Mensch sollten Sie einfach Recht haben, Wasser zu haben. Das ist die eine Extremlösung.
So for those of you who didn't catch the subtitles, he essentially said that for all of the activist groups that are claiming that water should be free and is a human right, that's an extreme view, and that water is a foodstuff and therefore would be best sold as any other commodity by private individuals in the free market.
So after we watched this video, that made us want to dive even deeper into the issue of water access and making the right to water a necessity.
Okay, so the human right to water is not included in the U.S. Constitution. The word water, it only appears once, and that's in a provision that talks about auctioning off enemy warships. And it speaks nothing of water for the common people. The human right to water, it traced back to 1977 in the United Nations Water Conference, where it was first recognized as a right.
So two actions have been taken to address this issue at both the national and international level. The first is Resolution 24292, which was passed on July 28th of 2010 by the United Nations General Assembly. This resolution clearly states that the rights to food and clean water are fundamental human rights, and their promotion constitutes a moral imperative both for the national governments and for the international community. Unfortunately, there are two loopholes with this. The first is in the UN Charter, which contains a progressive realization clause. This means that all member states do not have to immediately act on resolutions that are put into place by the United Nations. This was made as a safeguard so that smaller countries and countries that may not be able to afford it right away don't have to go bankrupt, go bending over backwards to try and comply with the UN in a set amount of time. Unfortunately, large countries that could easily comply with this will take advantage of it and draw it out for several years, if ever complying with it, by saying that they're trying to get it past their legislature or they're trying to work it into their budget. The second loophole is that the UN does not technically require all states to sign resolutions. They can advocate the right to sign, and therefore, in the eyes of the UN, this does not apply to them. So the US, along with about 49 other countries, decided not to sign this resolution. So therefore, anybody suffering from human rights violation or from a lack of water in these countries is not officially seen as suffering from human rights violations by the UN. On a more national level, the California Water Code, which was put into place by the California Supreme Court, states that it is hereby declared to be the established policy of the state that every human being has the right to safe, clean, affordable, and accessible water adequate for human consumption, cooking, and sanitary purposes. This has been used by majority of Supreme Courts throughout the country as a baseline for human rights to water. Unfortunately, 2 sentences later, it states that that does not have to be enforced by the government. So they acknowledge that it's a human right, but they say that the government doesn't have to give it to you. They just have to know that you deserve it, essentially.
So in our digging, we came up with some pretty interesting facts. 2.6 billion people lack access to basic sanitation throughout the world. 884 million people in the world do not have access to safe drinking water. So because of this can cause a global burden of death, poverty, diseases, and also a social uproar.
Okay, so this map displays the places in the world where deaths have occurred from unsafe water and sanitation. There's Mexico, Peru, and Ecuador, all of Africa, Saudi Arabia, Southern Asia, which includes India, Pakistan, and Indonesia.
So what we did is we partnered with an organization called the Water Project to help underwrite a mission to sub-Saharan Africa, where they will dig wells, build toilets, and just provide safe, uncontaminated water for communities that do not need it, or that do not have it, sorry. This is some of the stuff that they do.
This is where it all begins. This is the opening chapter, when potential is unlocked and hopes become opportunity. Clean, safe water. It's the foundation that communities will build on to break the cycle of poverty, feed the hungry, and educate their children. But access to safe water, our most basic human need, is out of reach for over 300 million people in Africa alone. For too many, the first steps out of poverty seem to be an impossible climb. Today, more than 1 in 8 people around the world will start their day like this woman, walking, to find something, anything to drink.
Okay, the Water Project was founded to help people that have ended up in this situation. 22,936 water projects have been funded by people like you. 7,015,189 people will get clean water because of it in 24 different countries. They also have partnered with many churches to get mission work involved with fixing water wells and other water-related projects.
Okay, so we are all taking the water challenge, and we encourage you to take the water challenge as well. Basically, what the water challenge is for 2 weeks, you're going to save up all the money that you would use on other drinks, like soda, and like when you're out, and you're just gonna drink filtered tap water for those 2 weeks. And then the water that you get, or the money that you get from saving up, you're gonna donate it, and on average, people get about $20–30 that they can donate. Also out there, we have a table with wristbands, and you can get a wristband with just a donation that will go straight to our fundraising page to fund a work to for Africa. And they're doing the sand wells, they're doing bathrooms for a small community, and they're also drilling 2 wells for the community.
So that concludes both our presentation and our 2017 Change Day program. We'd like to thank you all for coming and invite you to join us in the lobby for some refreshments and to discuss some of the information that's been presented to you tonight with our groups. Also, a reminder, we will have tables set up in the lobby for you to participate in the various activities that we presented to you tonight. Thank you and have a good night.
Yeah.